Hey everyone, how are you guys? I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. Guess I finally remembered my channel's password, huh? Anyways, sorry for the late upload, but I'm finally back. So in today's video, we're gonna be creating this amazing car render, and as always, the Blender file of this project will be in the description below for free. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first of all, we're gonna sacrifice the default cube to the Blender gods, and then press Shift A and add a plane. Press S to scale and then 20 to scale it up 20 times. And now it's time to import a car model. So for this you can go to cgtrader.com and search for car. Then click on this free button, and as you can see there are a bunch of free car models which you can use in your scene. But since I have the Blender Kit add-on, so I'm gonna use that because it's a lot easier. Click on this filter button and check free first. And as you can see there are also a bunch of good ones here. And you can save them by clicking on this icon. So choose any model from here. I'm gonna use this Audi R8 model because it's black and I love black. I love black cars. So just click on it and it will be automatically imported with all the textures. And as you can see, it's already looking pretty cool. You can also change the world color to see it more clearly, but let's not worry about the lighting just yet. Now it's time to model the background. So for that, I'm gonna add a plane. Then scale it up and press RX90 to rotate the plane along X-axis and place it behind the car. And now let's set up our camera, so press Ctrl R0 to get it in the view and click on this lock icon to move the camera. To change the resolution of the camera, go to Output Properties tab and change the resolution to 1200 by 1500, which is the perfect Instagram ratio. Now let's change the rotation of the car and also change the camera properties. I will keep the focal length to 50mm and maybe increase the aspect to I don't know man, just change it to 0.998. And now it's time to model this hexagonal grid. Now there is a built-in Blender add-on which is called Extra Mesh, which is pretty easy to use. And you can create a mesh with it with just a few clicks. But for some reason my Blender version does not have it anymore. Maybe they just removed it or something and I was too lazy to look it up, so I just decided to make the mesh manually. But if you have that add-on and you want to use that, then I will put the link of this video in the description. So for this, press Shift A and add a circle. From this menu, change the vertices to 6. Then press Tab to go to edit mode and press F to fill it with a face. Then press I to insert and just drag your mouse to control the insertion. Then press X to delete the selected face. And then press E and Z to extrude it along Z axis. Then press Ctrl R and add a loop cut in the middle. Then scale it by pressing S. Now you can shade it smooth and add a bevel modifier to it. I was not happy with the results I was getting, so I went back to edit mode and beveled the edges manually by pressing Ctrl B. Now drag your mouse and scroll the mouse wheel to increase the number of segments, or you can add them manually from here. Now press Shift and Alt to select these two edge loops and bevel them by pressing Ctrl B. And same goes for these two. Now go back to object mode and press Ctrl A to apply all transforms and then right click to set origin to geometry. Then add an array modifier and increase the number of counts to 10 or 20 and apply the modifier. Then again add another array modifier and change the x factor value to 0 and y factor value to 1. Then zoom in and align them by changing the x and y values. Make sure they are completely aligned with no gap between them. Then increase the number of counts to 3 or 4 and apply the modifier. Now press Alt D to duplicate the mesh 2 more times and align it once again. Now select all of them and press Ctrl J to join them. And just like that, our mesh is ready. Now rotate the mesh and place it with the wall. You can change its position by pressing G and then X or Y depending upon the axis. To see it more clearly, click on this icon and then check cavity. Then change the position of the camera and also change the position and scale of the card. At this point, really just experiment with the position of the card and camera angles to see what looks best for your scene. Then add another plane and place it behind the mesh. You can rename this plane as light since it's going to be the main light source in our scene. Then add a material to it and go down to emission and change its strength to something like 10. Make sure the tires of the car are above the floor and not halfway inside the plane. Just press G and Z to move it up. You can go to edit mode to change the dimensions of the plane so it fits perfectly with the grid, but it's not really necessary. Then select both of the plane and mesh and duplicate them by pressing Alt D and then rotate them. Then again press G and X or Y to align both of them perfectly. And as you can see, our scene is almost ready. And now for the final time, add another plane and scale it up, and then go to edit mode and click on this button to select edges. Then select this edge and press E to extrude, and then X, Y or Z depending upon the axis. Go to face select mode and make it wider. Then select these bottom edges and bevel them by pressing Ctrl B. Now select this face and right click to subdivide it 3 times. Now press I to insert, and from this menu check individual. Then press Ctrl Z and insert it again. Then extrude it along Z axis. Then go back to object mode and right click to shade auto smooth. Now place it alongside the grid and do some minor adjustments if needed. And now the only thing remaining is texturing. So for this you can go to textures.com and you will find a lot of amazing textures here for free. But since I have the Blender Kit add-on, so I'm gonna use that. There are a lot of free textures here, so pick what you like and then add it to the objects with just one click. I'm using a concrete texture for this one. And if the texture is not properly applied, you can go to edit mode and UV unwrap it by pressing U and then Q project. I will apply the same material to this hexagonal grid and also UV unwrap it if needed. And now on this plane, I will apply a marble texture. And as you can see, the texture is not correctly applied, so I will go to edit mode and right click to subdivide. Although we don't really need these subdivisions, but I just did it anyway. Then UV unwrap this plane and repeat the same procedure for this one. I don't really like how dark this texture is, so to change it, go to the shader editor and then press Shift A and search for color lamp. Place it on the base color node, then select the black slider and adjust the brightness of your material according to your likeness. And once you've made all the changes, go to the render properties tab, change the number of samples, and then click on render and render image. And there you have it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and then I'll see you guys in the next video.